Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tuck Rule Takes, episode 53, the Larry Izzo episode.
Special teams legend.
If you don't know who Larry Izzo is, I don't think you shouldn't be listening to this, or you shouldn't be. No. You can't call yourself a real Patriots fan, because I think
there are
right
tiers to this, and you're one of the lower tiers. If you don't know, Larry
which is
Izzo.
fine, which is fine. Yep. But if you don't know Larry Izzo, I don't want to know you. Yeah. My name is Mike Sullivan. With me, as always, Liam McDade. Liam, I know we are feeling good. I know this because the Patriots. You said it right before we hopped on. I think the only word to call it, it was a good old-fashioned dick kicking, wasn't it?
A good old-fashioned dick kicking.
215.
Mike, how's it feel to just be teeing off just in the beginning stretches of that coveted 7-game win streak that you talked about?
You are goddamn right. I said that. So we're what, two wins in now, right? To the 7.
We started earlier than you even expected.
Yeah, and
the Patriots were ahead of schedule.
I know, and it's going to happen, and it's on the back right now with Bailey Zappe, but he did well in this game, but the defense really showed up. Everybody kind of kicked ass, but I do want to, Bill Belichick tied George Halas for the second most wins of all time, 234, I believe. Bill Belichick wins. I just want to make sure it's either 234 or 235. Where is he? I
believe
234, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's 234. So one more win, he'll be in second place, sole possession of second place all time.
We don't celebrate ties, so I'm not worried about that. We'll wait till next week, and then it can be a big deal.
Nope, not at all. But still, little golf clap right now until he passes them. And then probably next year, he will take the title from Don Shula, #1 all time. Yep. So can't wait for that.
It was only a matter of time.
It really was. I mean, and I know everybody thought he's not going to get it. It's going to be like Tiger Woods, where he was so close and then he went through all his shit. No. Belichick's back. And right now,
Belichick doesn't love to drunk drive. Bill Belichick has no drunk driving history in sight.
No. And you know where Belichick didn't drive this weekend? To Robert Kraft's wedding. Do you know who did?
No.
Tom Brady. Do you want to know what happened between those two? Belichick.
All I know is one of them was the problem in New England, and the other one lost to the Steelers. So
one of them, their life, I'll just say it, Tom Brady's life has been spiraling. I don't want to waste any more time on him, but if you're paying attention, he's comparing playing NFL to going to the war. He's not doing well. He's getting drunk at weddings and then missing walkthroughs and losing to the Steelers, who, by the way, the Patriots beat. But anyways, we're not here to talk about losers. We're here to talk about winners. And speaking of winners, I feel like we kind of have to start with it. Bailey Zappe, 24-34, 309, 2 touchdowns, no picks.
Winner.
Good game. I mean, this was good.
I don't want people to think that you and me are biased on the Mac train. We can call a spade a spade. When he's good, I will gladly come on here and go, he was good. Like against the Packers, he just didn't, he didn't lose the game for you, but he wasn't great. He got incrementally better in the Lions game, still wasn't great. This game, he was great. He helped. It was big time.
Yep. Yeah, he showed up. He has some nice passes. He looked good. And I also don't want, it was still very much, and we'll talk about it after we kind of, clean up the Browns game and everything, but still the whole QB controversy thing is still crazy. But like you said, we can appreciate good football play. We have a very solid backup, someone who's playing well beyond what anybody thought. I don't think anybody thought he was even going to see the field this year.
No.
And if he did, I don't think
we joked about him when he was drafted. We were like, Bailey Zappe, Eastern Illinois, or whatever the hell he was from.
Yeah, if he sees the field, something's wrong. I think one of us even said that. If he sees the field, the season's over. The season is far from over. He's out here he's performing better than Matt.
He's 2-1. And the one game he lost was a fucking field goal. That's all. It's so funny. Football is the weirdest game in the world.
It's very strange. But yeah, Bailey's I don't think I had any real notes. I just kind of wanted to bring him up. Nothing else, but just Zappe, good game.
Complete team game on this one though. Like Bailey Zappe did great, but he wasn't the reason we won. Like Hunter Henry finally killing it, finally getting open. Running game, damn near flawless. We're running end arounds for touchdowns. Ramondre's breaking off 30-yarders. He's punching it in at the goal line. Didn't do it to start, but it's about how you finish. And he
Yeah.
finished by really putting the nails in there. All around team killed it.
All around. I mean, if you want to know how all around it is, let me just go through real quick. Devontae Parker, 4 catches for 64 yards. Hunter Henry, 4 catches for 61 yards. Jonnu Smith, 2 catches for 61 yards. Jacoby Myers, 4 catches for 60 yards. Then Tyquan Thornton,
It's
our
kind of
boy,
creepy.
4 catches for 37 yards. That's weird. That's very weird. That's spreading the ball around. That would make Tom Brady blush. That's how good that spreading the ball around was.
Jesus, talk about even.
And honestly, like they were all like, this game is honestly, I think it was like the third, not even halfway through the third. And I was like, we still have a quarter and a half of this game left. Because at this point, the game was over. I know there was the onside kick stuff at the end and all that.
Yeah.
For
a second, I was nervous, but like I didn't think they were going to lose. I was worried that it was going to be like, a 3-point win.
Yeah. Just an annoyingly close game. Just like, no, I don't need that. But yeah, Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith showing up, and this is big for Smith too because he came back after that injury. This is his game back, so. He played well. But
what a 53-yard run he had, though. What a beast.
That's what I was gonna say. This is what happens when you get him the ball. Granted, they missed the tackle on him, but whatever. He broke it. Whatever.
Yes, he broke the tackle.
That's what he does, though. That's exactly what he does. So I think if his leg or his calf or hamstring, whatever it was fully healthy, he would have broke away for a touchdown there because it looked like he was slowing down a little bit. Not that it matters, honestly.
Because we still punched it in anyway.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. We got the Zappe man back there. Zappe don't fuck around.
I think it was Hunter Henry who scored on that play.
I think it might have been Hunter Henry. It might have been, but I don't even want to. We know how good Hunter Henry is. Can we talk about who I picked out of the Patriots draft to be the one to show up this year? Tyquan Skinny Wrist Thornton is out here. Fastest man in the world.
I did notice for such incredibly skinny wrists. It was a non-factor. He went out there and balled.
Nope. He is really skinny though.
Yeah. He is.
He's very skinny.
I'm thinking he takes like one clean lick across the middle, he might die. But until then, yeah. And then a light breeze blows him out into the parking lot. But until then, dude's got talent. He's got ability. He's an athlete.
Yeah, I mean, did you see that jet? I mean, you did because you brought up that jet sweep where he was right, and then he just took off, split everybody, ran right up.
Got me wet, at that point, wide open.
At that point, were the Browns really? I don't know how much they were trying, but still.
And how great of a play call was that by Matt Patricia? No one was near Tyquan Thornton. I was oh my God. All of a sudden, I think the Browns were just so rattled. They're halfway walking off the field when Tyquan's walking into the end zone. They're like, yeah, we're not even going to bother. This game's over. They were thinking it was Ramondre Stevenson through and through. Yeah.
Yeah. They had no idea. And that's one thing, Matt Patricia, for all this shit, some rightfully so, most of it has been overblown. For all the shit that he's gotten, he's done a great, and I'm sure it's not just him, it's Joe Judge, it's Bill Belichick, it's the whole lot of them. But Matt Patricia is the name that, is attached to the offense. He's done very well so far. Other than maybe the first few games of the year that were kind of iffy, I don't know, but
growing pains.
And this is exactly what we said. They were installing an offense. Things take a few weeks. It's a little setback because of the Mac Jones injury. I'm hoping Mac Jones comes back into an offense like this, into this offense that's ready to go. But it just, Matt Patricia, I feel like on that front of everybody saying how much he sucks, no one's talking anymore because you really can't.
But no one's giving him praise. Like somebody give the man like a little credit here. Like, he goes from, I can't believe this is their offense. I can't believe a defensive coordinator is now an offense coordinator. How fucked are we? Look how stupid this looks. To just radio silence. No one's like, oh, wow, that was cool. Like, we're not bad. Just no complaints, nothing. I'm like, come on, speak up, speak a little louder.
Yeah. And no one wants to say anything. And that's fine. That's fine. You guys don't need to talk. That just let it happen because Matt Patricia, he's found his groove. Belichick's obviously he's been in his groove. The offense is in their groove. The defense, though, to hold Nick Chubb, the best running back in the league, to nothing. 12 of 56. Kareem Hunt 4 of 12. So he was a non-factor.
Yeah.
This in the hold, and this was without Lawrence Guy, and Christian Barmore got hurt as well. Yep. I think it was like halfway through the
Christian
game.
Christian Barmore one scared the shit out of me. Yeah.
I haven't seen anything on Twitter or anything about him yet, so I don't know if that's good or bad. I feel like if it was bad, we'd know by now. But then if it was good, maybe we'd know by now. So I don't know. But either way, without your two best run stoppers in Barmore and Guy, who Guy should be back next week, I think, because he made the trip. He was going to play whatever. To hold Nick Chubb pound for pound, the best running back in the league right now,
56
yards. That's and I know that but up until when was it? I think it was it was almost until halftime. This was a 3-3 game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I was nervous for a little bit, just because we weren't punching it in. Yeah.
So you can't say that they were getting away from the run because the score was what it was. It was close for a whole half.
Yeah, and toward the end, it became a non-factor. They couldn't run it, but realistically, 75 yards is a bad game for Nick Chubb, and he got a whole 20 less than that. It's
nothing.
And that's what the Patriots have always done. Bill's like, what do you do best? We're going to make you do the thing you're second best at, or the thing you're third best at. We are going to take away your specialty. And if you beat us throwing the football, well, then fuck me.
It is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, you can't you can't take everything away. So what he did, he sold out, and not even sold out to sell the run. He just the game plan was to stop the run.
He didn't really run that many blitzes. Wasn't really focused entirely on the run. But it was so funny. He's like, if Jacoby Brissett throws 7 touchdowns on his former team, so be it.
And Jacoby Brissett did the opposite. He threw a pick to Duggar on the opening drive, which was beautiful. I feel like everybody
that went for is that a pick six? No.
But
that was last week. I'm getting them all mixed up.
Yeah, sorry. Our defense is so good. We just don't know pick sixes, things. That pick, I feel like almost everybody could see that coming because you could see him rolling out, and you were like, well, he's either going to throw it away, he's going to try to chuck it deep. He threw it, and you're like, this is weird. It's staying up. And Duggar was just like, no, let me just take that real quick. And then who was it? Jalen Mills. He got the next one, I believe.
That pass was I think it was tipped. Either that or he got hit as he threw it. But that was getting picked off the second it left his hands. It's like that went up and up and up like a mortar round. Came right down.
Yeah, there was no way that Brissett was going to beat us. I think Belichick knew that, so that's why he did what he did.
That's what we said in the last show. It's like we knew a former Patriot quarterback cannot beat this team. Tom Brady almost lost. If it was normal inclement weather, we would have tied that game, went to overtime, probably won.
Still hate that.
I hate it. It drives me crazy. No weapon formed by us now against us shall prosper.
No, none. It does not matter who. That's why, and especially if you're a young quarterback, that's why the Jets right now are the talk of the town. They're
oh my god, I'm so excited to play the Jets.
Zach Wilson is not beating Bill Belichick.
Zach Wilson not isn't happening. Good. He's
and
not
guess what?
Good.
Breece Hall, cute little story.
Yeah,
if
awesome.
Nick Chubb gets
buddy.
56 yards. Breece Hall isn't going to run all over because at that point you're going to have Barmore and Lawrence Guy back.
Yeah, he might get 6 yards.
What? Yeah, maybe.
And
then
hope.
Who else on the Jets that scares you? No, but Braxton Berrios, he sucks. I
wouldn't say that. I definitely wouldn't say that. I would say your game plan for Braxton Berrios, and that's it. Take away their best weapon.
He might be their best weapon. So
he is.
Speaking of people that suck, by the way, actually, because I want to bring up Jack Jones again. Real good game. Marcus Jones, really good. Real good game. Marcus Jones actually had a pick.
That was a pick.
Right? Totally. It definitely was. Like what was it? His knee or his elbow? I think it was his elbow.
Knee.
Came down. Yeah, knee. Inbounds. That was a pick. But fret not, because a punt on the next play, he got us in better field position with the return.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, like what do you do? So it's like, oh no, okay, you're not going to give me the pick. That's fine. I'll just run it back like 25, 30 yards or something like that.
Yeah. And how Browns was it to fumble the kickoff too?
Oh my God. That's the thing. This is why it feels like old Patriots football, because teams now are scared shitless because they thought they had years
Yep.
of no more Patriots, no more Belichick, no more nothing. Now they realize that we're fucking here now to stay again because we never left. And they don't know what to do. So they're shitting their pants. They're making the mistakes again. That's what teams would do when they used to play the Patriots and Brady and all them. Now you just got 2.0. You got Belichick in Zappe right now and Mac Jones. Teams are making mistakes. It's fun to see, but one mistake that Belichick did not make was getting rid of JC Jackson. I just want to touch on this real quick because I love
please
this.
Tell me this.
So as everybody knows, JC Jackson went to the Chargers, big deal, 40 million guaranteed, 5 years, 82 million, I believe is what it was, or something like that. 4 or 5 years, 82 million, 40 guaranteed. Everybody, even us, we were kind of looking at it a little bit differently. Like, oh, he went, I don't know, like JC Jackson is good, all that, you know, your draft Panda Jack and the other Jones. Like, I don't know this, are they going to be good enough? And guess what? They're playing better than JC Jackson because right now, JC Jackson in one half of football on Monday Night Football, he lit up 2 catches on 3 targets for 86 yards and a touchdown. He got benched after the half, benched. Right now, he has 149 passer rating. Liam, how bad do you think that is?
149 passer rating? Isn't that a perfect passer rating?
That's almost. That's not including Monday night's game either.
Or is it 159? That's perfect.
I think it's like 150. I forget.
It's a weird 159.3 or something ridiculous.
Yeah, it's something like that. It's 4th worst of any corner who's played at least like 40 snaps, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
Like I said, he got benched this year. Like I said, that's not including last night. Jack Jones, by the way, in case you were wondering, 39 passer rating against.
Ooh, shit.
That's 39 to 149, which is probably worse because of Monday night when he got torched and benched.
So you're saying one of them is a wide open highway and the other one is a highway where instead of 4 lanes, 3 lanes are being worked on and 800 cars have to cram into one lane and slowly go through.
Listen, you said it. That's exactly what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that JC Jackson was a system corner.
He was. That's exactly
what
I was thinking, which is crazy to me because I thought he was a baller, like a ball hawk. I was like, this guy has elite ball hawking skills.
Yep.
Back-to-back years as the second like runner up for the most picks in the league is ridiculous to me. So I'm like, this is, you know, not Ed Reed-esque, but like, you know, really good. Yeah, really good. Yeah. And just,
do you know who he is? He is, and I think pretty much on par. He's Malcolm Butler. Couple good years because he is a ball hawk. He jumps plays. He jumps routes. He had a couple good years, got a big contract, went away, and now he's nothing. Now, granted, I don't think he's as bad as the numbers are, but I also don't think he's 5 years, $82 million good.
No,
come to find out,
certainly not. Which you and me were stressing about. That we're like, we got to keep JC Jackson. And then we saw the price that they paid. And we're like, do we match that? Like, is that worth it? Like,
because at the time it wasn't that crazy because it's JC Jackson. It's potential, you know, shutdown corner of the next 2, 3, 4 years. No, this is Malcolm Butler 2.0 and like not even as likable as Malcolm Butler.
No, certainly not. I mean, come on. He's special place in our heart.
Of course. Yeah.
JC Jackson will have to buy drinks in Boston.
Yes.
Malcolm Butler can get anything for free in Boston. You want a car, Aston Martin, fire it up.
Come on by you, Stephon Gilmore, the whole lot of them. Ty Law, bring everybody in.
If you get a pick in the Super Bowl, you're good. Just fucking take it.
Oh yeah. Don't worry. Stephon Gilmore, pick against the Rams.
Exactly. Ty Law, pick against the Rams.
Ty Law, pick against everyone. But yeah, I find it so funny that Belichick isn't 100 for 100. He's not, you know, 100% on everything.
No one is.
But when something that big happens, just like when he got rid of Trey Flowers, everybody thought Trey Flowers was, you know, the next big guy when he went to the Lions. That turned out to be really nothing. Patrick Chung, everybody was like, that's weird you got rid of him. He went to the Eagles, mediocre, kind of whatever.
He's terrible. I wanted him dead.
wasn't great. And then he came back here, did well. The only player I think that you can say it probably would have been better keeping him and paying him was Chandler Jones.
Yes.
That and I had his jersey. That's why he's gone. I get the jersey, the people go. But like I think he's the only player. Other than that, JC Jackson goes. We thought the corners were going to be the weak part of this team. Yeah. The corners right now next to maybe, I don't even know, maybe the defensive line, the offensive line is good. The corners might be the best group on this team.
It fucking
maybe
looks
the safeties, the whole defensive backfield, I think, is the number one.
The whole defense in general is fucking flawless. But you and me fell victim. We disobeyed like our number one rule, and it wasn't even like we disobeyed. We weren't super hard, we weren't outspoken, we weren't critical, but we were hesitant, we were nervous. We're like, the cornerback position isn't looking good. Bill didn't keep JC Jackson. I really wish he would. Now I'm hesitant this year. It's our classic mantra. In Bill we trust. If he does it, there's probably a reason for it. He knows significantly more than everyone else. Head and shoulders above us, head and shoulders above head coaches. He is just the all-knowing being that floats around in a cutoff sweatshirt. It is unfathomable. And
that's it.
We were so hesitant, and we know this, that it's just like I can't say it enough. Like, he knows all. He sees 10 steps ahead when everyone else sees one and they just lose their mind. Bill's like, all right, we can do this. We'll just bring in a bunch of rookies. It'll be fine. And everyone's like, what do you mean it'll be fine? How does that make sense? A bunch of rookies? Boom. Jack Jones comes in. The same thing. Better.
He's so good. So good. He's so good. He's so quick too. Just watching like some of his plays. Like he's backpedaling and then immediately on a dime stops and like shoots towards the receiver.
Lockdown. Yeah.
Crazy. He's and Marcus Jones is now starting to play more and more each week. He's been doing well. You want to know how good this defensive backfield is? We haven't even talked about Miles Bryant. They are they're letting Miles Bryant do what Miles Bryant should be doing. Not necessarily covering the best guy, not having him go one-on-one constantly. He is just doing his thing. He's just another cog, another piece in the wheel, another part of the machine.
Yep. Absolutely.
So I feel like we've been a little bit too nice. The one negative that I think you can pull from this game, in what world are 12 penalties allowed? Because do you know where that 12 penalties, 12 for 92 yards, do you know where that ranks in Belichick's coaching career right now with the Patriots? So
it's gotta be near the top.
I have the info. In 2014 against the Vikings, they had 15 flags in 2014. Ooh. In 2014 in 2018, they had 14. Also in 2003, they had 14 against Pittsburgh and Denver, respectively. And then last weekend, they had 12. This was the fourth most flags in the Belichick era.
And we still smoked them.
And you still smoked them. And do you know who I blame for all the flags? Every single flag, even if it's on the defense, the offense, I don't care. I don't care if Belichick gets flagged for yelling at someone. Isaiah fucking Wynn. Get him. Isaiah Wynn, false start on 3rd and 2. That was fun. Then he gave up the strip sack to Garrett when he sacked Zappe and he fumbled the ball and all that stuff. You need to, this man, he doesn't look, I don't know. It's not about a stupid face. He doesn't look like he wants to play the position anymore. He needs to, and I don't know if I even want him off the team, because I think him being like that 6th offensive lineman that comes in with Cannon being the starter, that seemed to work. But when you have him switch in for Cannon and play, bad things constantly happen every single week. I think he's the most penalized offensive lineman, or like one of the top 3 right now.
I would imagine
every single game he has had at least one flag.
Yeah.
I
don't even like him as the role you talked about, where he's coming in as the extra lineman on run heavy sets. Like, I don't care. I don't want him on the field. I want him waterboarded. I want Japanese water torture performed on Isaiah Wynn. I do not understand. Bill, who's the most cutthroat person there is, should have cut him midway through the game, should have told him to hand in his pads. Here's your waiver. Have fun on the fucking Lions. Why don't you go to the other sideline, join the Browns, and maybe you'll want to play football there? Because whatever the fuck you were doing out there was goddamn awful. I texted you. I was like, this is like watching old people fuck. I cannot stand to watch this.
I'd rather watch that.
Yeah, because at least I'm curious to know if they still do it at that age.
Yeah.
Like with him, I'm like, I don't care.
We've seen it.
Yeah,
we've seen it.
I've had it.
I'm not curious. I'm not curious anymore.
No.
Go away.
It's one of those things like, how bad can he fuck up? I figured out how bad he can fuck up, and I'm totally okay with never seeing him ever again. He should get the Ricky Williams treatment where he retires, goes out to the outback of Australia, lives in a tent, and never, unlike Ricky Williams who came back, don't come back to football. Don't unretire. Don't come back here. Go out there and get eaten by a python or kicked out by a kangaroo. I don't care what happens to you. Get fucked.
The thing is, if you don't watch these games, you might think that we're overreacting. Isaiah Wynn is the worst person in the world. He is every single Sunday. Every single Sunday. Every Sunday. He is my most hated person. More than anybody you could. I don't even know. Any other football player. It's him. I hate him more than I dislike Tom Brady.
I would invite Saddam Hussein to my couch to watch the Patriots game if it meant that Isaiah Wynn wasn't on the team.
He would hate Isaiah Wynn. He'd say him be like, "Oh, we gotta kill this guy."
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, we do. We're gonna bomb him right now. Hold on, I got a guy. I got a bomb guy.
And then you see Marcus Cannon come in, and you're like, perfect. Yes, you're doing the job. You're fine, killing it. I love it. Like, stay in the game. Anyone but Isaiah Wynn. But Marcus Cannon's been around forever. He's a reliable name. I like him. I used to think of Isaiah Wynn as the same way, but
not fucking anymore.
The shelf life. He's expired. He's bad milk.
He's like bad cheese. Yeah, and milk. I think what they're doing, I saw someone, I forget who it was. It was some reporter, whatever. They tweeted it out during the game or right after. They were like, wouldn't be surprised if Marcus Cannon officially takes over the starting role like for good in the next couple of games. Because I feel like what they're doing is they're getting him his football legs back. You know, because at first, like he came in, he played the swing tackle, the sixth one. Then he came in, kind of splitting time a little bit. He started on Sunday. I think on Monday he should start again, and I think he'll probably play the majority of the game again. I feel like they're just kind of easing him in because, like you said, he is kind of old. He came in halfway through, or a third of the way through, a fourth of the way through, whatever. So I don't care what happens. I would almost rather put nobody there. And just have a free rusher each time and then just figure it out from there. Because Isaiah Wynn being there, you think, because he has talent. I don't know what happened. And I know that like they switched his position from left to right, but like that shouldn't it doesn't matter. If you're talented, you should still be talented. It's not like this is the first time you've played it. You've been playing it for a couple of years now. Figure it out. Because what you do is you tell the quarterback that you're going to be there and block. But you're fucking lying because you're not going to. Think of all the plays where it's not a sack. It's just pressures that he lets up. And it's just, I'm done with him. He tries to ruin my Sunday. He's going to try to ruin Monday against the Bears. I know it. I can see it in his stupid little eyes. I know he's going to try to ruin it. I hope he doesn't start. I hope he barely plays.
The Bears have a good defensive line too. Robert Quinn, for being, a million years old, is
still good.
So he will put Isaiah Wynn in the meat grinder. Just rip him up.
We should put him in the meat grinder.
Please.
We should.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate him. But I don't even want to. That's really the only negative I have from this game. Other than that, good win, 38-15. You're on the stretch. You're beating the teams you need to beat. Because the Jets, the Jets keep fucking around and beating teams that they should be losing to. So you gotta win the games you need to win. Beat the teams you should win. The Patriots are doing it. Good win, another boring win, which I like. Final thoughts before we move into anything else.
Yeah, I mean, that basically covers it. Like, I was stressed for, 5 minutes. I was like, oh shit, there's a possibility they come back and Schooler scooped up the fumble, tried to give it to Belichick. That was
Mhm.
hilarious. That whole
That
interaction.
was awesome.
That was awesome. But like
That was fun.
overall, like minimal stress, a nice and easy Patriots game for me. And I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Good one. Good game. Now kind of leading into my next thing before we talk about the QBs, because obviously we have to, we're going to talk about Ben Boland's bullshit. We're going to play the couple clips and kind of talk about that shit. Then obviously end it with the Bears game breakers pretty quick there. Cause I think we both think the Pats are going to beat the Bears.
Yeah.
But between Cole Strange, Brandon Schooler, who was the one who picked up the fumble, who got the fumble, both Marcus Jones and Jack Jones, Tyquan Thornton, and Bailey Zappe. Is this, I'm going to ask you a question and then give you information to answer the question. Is this the past draft that just happened? Belichick's best draft that he's had with the Patriots. Now, while you stew on that, I'm going to quickly just run through. And this is, I'm doing every draft. It's going to be very quick because there's some that you don't even need to mention. So obviously this year's draft, you had Strange, Thornton, the two Joneses, Zappe, and pretty much it. You got the two running backs who haven't really played. They played though last game.
They did.
So that was nice to see them. So that was this year. Last year, Mac Jones, Christian Barmore. Still holding the hope for Ronnie Perkins, but Mac Jones, Christian Barmore, Ramondre Stevenson, and pretty much it. 2020, this is a good one. Kyle Duggar, Josh Uche, Anthony Jennings, and Mike Onwenu, and Justin Herron too. Herron. Good draft. Good draft. So I would say these last three drafts, very solid drafts. Very, very, very solid drafts.
Killing it.
2019, this is a rough one. N'Keal Harry, Jawan Williams, Winovich, Damian Harris is really the only name there. Because this was just Stidham. This was actually no Jake Bailey. So Jake Bailey and Damian Harris. That's really it.
That's
2018, fucking Isaiah Wynn. Jawan Bentley was really the only one there. 2017, they only had 4 picks. Dietrich Wise was one of them. That was the Deflategate year. That's when they lost their first round pick anyways. 2016, nothing to talk about other than Jacoby Brissett, Joe Thuney, but other than that, nothing crazy. 2015, Trey Flowers, Shaq Mason, still nothing crazy. 14 was Jimmy G, our Lord and Savior James White. 2013, Daron Harmon and Jamie Collins, so that's good. Year before that, Chandler Jones. Other than that, you don't really have anything until 2010. 2010, you got Devin McCourty, Rob Gronkowski, Brandon Spikes, Aaron Hernandez, Zoltan Mesko. Those are 5 really good picks.
Class.
That's a good draft.
Brandon Spikes, you said?
Brandon Spikes was in that one.
Monster. Jermaine Cunningham was in that draft too. I love Jermaine
Cunningham. Yeah. I skipped him
Broke
too.
Mike Vick's ribs.
He was good. Just another like good player. Nothing crazy. No one's gonna really say that he was anything, but another good one. So 2010 was a good one. 2009 was the Patrick Chung draft and the Julian Edelman draft. So I mean, you could say that draft was really great just because of Julian Edelman. 2008 Slater and Mayo. 2007 nothing. Brandon Merriweather, but that's not really anything.
Oh, that's huge. Do you know where he went to school?
Where did he go to school?
That would be the prestigious University of Miami.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Always.
2006, Gostowski, Maroney, nothing crazy. And then the other years, it's just a couple people. So I think these last 3 drafts, these might be top 5 Patriots drafts. I mean, if you think about it. Yeah, these last 3 might be in the top 5.
I think 2010's got to be the best one.
2010, I think, yeah, 2010, I would put up there.
Devin McCourty, who's still around, always killed
Hall of Famer, potential Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
Hall of
Gronk, the
Famer.
second best tight end ever.
Yep.
Brandon Spikes,
very good player.
Long time. Aaron Hernandez, a killer.
Both on and off.
Yep. Zoltan Mesko, who I loved.
Everybody loved. He was good. So I think. I mean, you got that. I don't even know what else you'd put. I don't even know what else you'd put in front of it. But
I like 2009 too. Pat Chung, Darius Butler, Sebastian Vollmer, Brandon Tate, and Julian Edelman.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah,
that's probably like 5. I think that would probably be like the last one. But like,
I think that's a good one. I think that's a good one. But I feel like if I don't know, I think it's
Oh,
2021.
Wait.
What?
2003. Ty Warren, Eugene Wilson, who was the safety on those Super Bowl teams.
Oh, this draft's loaded.
My man, Asante Samuel, Dan Coppin, the current Cardinals coach, Cliff Kingsbury, and our boy Tully Bantakane in the 7th.
That's a good one.
That's a good one too. Honestly, Bill hits.
2002 was good. Daniel Graham, Deion Branch.
Oh, anytime you draft Deion Branch, that's an all-time draft.
That's a good one. But I think I would say
Givens is dead now.
I know. That was what a couple of years ago, a year ago or something.
I think it was 2 years ago, maybe. Dead as fuck.
Wild.
That sucks.
I think what I'll say, if 2021 pans out, Mac Jones, Christian Barmore, and Ramondre Stevenson, that might be his best draft. But this year's draft that just happened, the draft that everybody shit on him about, you took Cole Strange in the first round. You take these no-name corners when you could have got Kaiir Elam and all these other guys in there. No, he took Cole Strange, stud, Tyquan Thornton. It's been one game really, but seems to be already the best wide receiver Belichick's taken in the last decade.
Yep,
I would say.
Yeah.
Marcus Jones seems to be panning out well. Jack Jones, stud. Bailey Zappe, he's going to get a big contract. He's going to start for some shitty team, most likely. The Pierre Strong, Kevin Harris, one of those two running backs will pan out. This draft, as much as everybody shit on it, I better hear the apologies, better be as loud as the criticisms were. Because everybody was talking about how this draft sucked. And I think this draft might end up being a top 3 draft. I don't know. I don't know how you
totally
can look at
has
it any different. I think the only way that it won't is if the corners fizzle out. Cole Strange, I feel like, is going to be a stud no matter what. But I feel like if he's the only one that really pans out, then people will look at it differently. But I don't know. I just want to bring attention one more time to this draft because everybody talked shit about it. Everybody said that it was a dumb draft, and it's looking like it's paying dividends right now because you have 2 really good, or at least 1 really good corner, and you let an overpaid, over-touted, over everything corner go to the Chargers, and he is sucking over there. So the Chargers, by the way, don't even look that good. I know Justin Herbert's kind of hurt. He's got some rib injury, but
I bet on Justin Herbert to win MVP, so I look like an idiot.
I don't. The whole league is weird this year. You got the Jets winning. Miami was good for a little bit, even though they're coming back down like we said they would. The Packers kind of suck. The Bucks suck. All these teams, everybody's kind of shitting the bed a little bit, but
makes me feel good.
It makes me feel really good. But okay. I feel like we have gone past it enough. We got to talk about the controversy. Mac Jones no longer the starter for the Patriots. Bailey Zappe has clearly usurped him of the throne. I think that's what everybody's saying. So the one thing I did want to bring up though, in this kind of what we were going to do, Ben Bolin, who NBCSN writes for the Patriots, he has the nickname Trollin' Bolin for a reason, because he creates these stories that are either made up in his head or someone DMs him, which is what happened in this case, or just he'll hear a whisper and then turn it into a story. He basically said that Mac Jones is some arrogant, pompous, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to play the clip, and then I'm going to play the clip that he did today as well. And then we're going to discuss, because it's crazy to hear him talk in this clip. You can hear the way I describe him. Ben Bolin is someone who got beat up in school because he was a chubby little loser fuck. And now he sees all the popular kids like Mac Jones or anybody, and he has to drag them down somehow because he still has that pent up depression, sadness, rage from when he was a little dumb boy. So that's how I see it. But this is what he was talking about. NBCSN. He was talking to Michael Felger and Michael Hawley 2 nights ago.
Making the Pro Bowl and making the NFL top 100, worst thing to happen to Mac Jones last year. Because it was a sign that he made it, and he's becoming a star and he's doing the gritty and everyone's eating it up on social media. Sorry, Mac Jones, you're a rookie. your team, had wanted nothing to do with you in that windy game against Buffalo. The team fell apart at the end of last year. I'm telling you, making the Pro Bowl, I think, pumped his head up a lot, gave him an impression that he's a lot more than what he really was. So I think it was a bad deal for Mac.
So wait a minute. Now we got a couple of things going on here. I don't dispute that the coaching staff, that he sees the coaching staff and is not excited about it. He really bonded with Josh McDaniels last year, and now McDaniels is gone. But you're saying he's an egomaniac?
I think it certainly inflated the ego. Absolutely. Alabama kid, he comes in, he makes the playoffs. Everyone's talking about he's better than Trevor Lawrence, and he's making the Pro Bowl now. Everyone's loving him up. The kid needs to be humbled, and I think that's a good thing for him right now.
What a weirdo.
Thoughts.
Okay.
So I don't even know where you want to start with that.
His excuse, I guess, for Mac having a bloated head would be making the Pro Bowl as an alternate because somebody else didn't want to or was too injured to play. You don't think Mac knows that he wasn't a starter for the Pro Bowl? It was, just brought in because somebody else was hurt. He understands that. While he's at the game, give him a show, run for a touchdown, do the gritty, be entertaining. It's the Pro Bowl. You're supposed to make people want to watch a shit game.
It's the Pro Bowl. Exactly.
It's the Pro Bowl. But you don't think he realizes he's not an incapable human being who just has no self-awareness. He knows he did not make it as a starter. Making the top 100, I don't think players really give a fuck because every player thinks they're the best player in the league.
As they should.
Sure. Yeah, I'm sure Jacoby Brissett thinks he is the greatest quarterback in the league. No, he's fucking not. But okay, dude, if that's the confidence you need to have to go out there on Sundays and play, more power to you. I agree with you. Go for it. I think this is just he's selling Max short on social skills. You'd think he's so unaware that he doesn't realize this. Yes, he also knows he made the playoffs and got pumped out in week 1 in the wild card. Got skull fucked. The whole game was ugly if you're a Patriots fan.
It was horrible.
And
the Bills scored on every drive, didn't they?
Every drive. Yeah, and Mac Jones threw a pick on the first drive. So you don't think Mac Jones ended that season going, wow, now I'm humbled. If I thought I was good, I'm clearly not that fucking good. And quarterbacks are supposed to be the hardest on themselves and put all the blame on themselves. That's what quarterbacks do. Whether they agree with that, whether they believe that, that's a different story. That's how they're supposed to think. I like to think it at least crosses Mac's mind where, hey, if I didn't throw an interception on the first drive and scored, maybe it's a different game. Maybe I set a tone. Yeah.
Yep.
Just stuff like that races through your head after a playoff loss. I'm sure he was really depressed. The whole Patriots team was probably really depressed. This is just somebody selling another person short on social skills and, being self-reflective. This dude is clearly vindictive. And
it's so dumb.
As we get to, this entire story is fugazi.
You can hear it in his voice. He's like, the Alabama kid thinks by the way, he is better than Trevor Lawrence. Thinks he's better than Trevor Lawrence. That's exactly what I said.
Yeah. How does Trevor Lawrence look right now? Not fucking great.
And then he brought up the team wanted nothing to do with you in the Bills game. People forget this Bills game, that it was unprecedented weather. That's what he's talking about. They ran the ball. He only threw the ball 3 times or whatever. Yeah, because that was the game plan. It's not like the team wanted nothing to do. So it's just that shit where it's like, what are you even talking? He had to be humbled. What do you mean he had to be humbled?
This dude needs to be humbled. Somebody needs to beat the shit out of this guy.
In what world did he need to be humbled? So he was on WEEI this morning to talk about this report, because by the way, when this clip came out, almost every Patriots beat writer reporter retweeted this and they were like, I don't know what he's talking about. And that's big because Patriots reporters, they're like this, they stay in their little bubble and whatever. Everybody was like, I don't know what he's talking about, but in this case, 1 + 1 doesn't equal 3. None of this makes any sense. Jason McCourty came out today and he was like, I was with the team and it seemed like everybody liked Mac Jones. Everybody liked Bailey Zappe. So Ben Bolin called into WEEI. They had their little interview with him. I'm not going to play the whole clip. It's another just under a minute right around there, just so you can hear him, because he talks about where he got this information. And if you listen to him talking, there's backtracking. And then he's also it's one of those things where he's like, oh, I wouldn't report on it. I wouldn't this. I mean, just listen, you can hear it in his voice that he knows he fucked up and he's trying to, moonwalk his way out of it. Exactly.
Someone reached out in my DMs and said, yeah, Mac his attitude problem is obvious in the building and everyone knows it. So
not just a random.
Take that for what it's worth. But
somebody reached out and said that Mac has an attitude problem and everybody in the building knows it. Sounds like this sounds like nonsense to me, honestly.
Ben, just quickly, because this story is going to go big the second we post it. So you got a direct message from someone within the Patriots organization or someone who covers the Patriots?
Not from someone who covers the Patriots, but I'm not going any further than that. I wouldn't take it as a report, just as someone else chiming in with an opinion.
The streets are talking.
I wouldn't take it as a report, just that.
Just that the ideas out there.
You can hear him say when they're like, so was it someone in the Patriots organization, someone that covers the team? He's like, no, I just got a DM, or it's just this. So the DM that he got. So John Feidelberg from Barstool Sports just tweeted out something about Jason McCourty and Ben Bolin with their bullshit. Someone commented on that and said, yeah, I did it. I made it up to see if he was really this stupid. I cannot believe he ran with it. So he sent a screenshot of the DM. I'm going to read it to you, what he said to Ben Bolin. He said, Buddy works over at Gillette selling ticket packages. Heard they went with Hoyer over Zappe against Green Bay initially to appease Matt, whose camp made it very clear that he didn't want Zappe to jump in. Thought I'd pass along so the hashtag haters get off your back. Ben Bolin said, interesting, appreciate the tip. Now, you see something like that, and everybody was like, oh, that can't be real, that can't be real. All signs right now are pointing to that being real. Now, if that's not real, take away the next little bit of what we're going to talk about right now. But everybody is running with it, assuming that this is real. And I'm assuming this kid, if he was Photoshopped, if it wasn't real, Ben Bolin probably would have commented on it or said something about it. Ben Bolin has not said anything about it. The fact that you took a DM from a random person has 86 followers, I think.
Which they asked him in the interview. They're like, is this a random person? He's like, somebody who works in the organization.
Yeah, someone who I think later on in that interview, because it's not in the clip, he said someone who would know. Yes. Someone who's in the know, someone who would know. Buddy, this is what you do. People have been saying that you do this shit so much. And now if this is true, you're caught red-handed because nobody is saying this. Mac Jones wanted to appease. Why do people hate Mac Jones?
It doesn't make sense. It's not credible reporting in the first place because the DM was like, my buddy who works,
who sells tickets.
Yes. But also like whether or not he's sells tickets or if he was a higher up in the organization, my friend said this. So it's like a game of telephone. It has already gone to one person and now it's going to somebody else.
Yep.
Stuff like that, like you take it with a huge grain of salt. Most of the time you disregard it. For Mac, who was the 13th overall pick, to be worried about the very next year's 4th round pick out of a no-name school is egregious. Like at least Tom Brady came in as a 6th round pick from Michigan, which is a big time school. Yep. There's some credibility there. Where the fuck did Bailey Zappe go to school again? That's right.
Western Mississippi or some shit like that?
Something ridiculous. There is no reason for anyone to be concerned, certainly not Max Camp, to push to start Brian Hoyer. The whole thing is just completely illogical.
It doesn't make sense. And you're also saying that, because if it's coming from Mac Jones's camp, it's coming from Mac Jones. You're basically saying that he's so mentally soft that he doesn't even want to see a 4th round pick coming in all the interviews, all the clippings, all the stuff written about Mac Jones. When has anyone, Nick Saban, Bill Belichick, anyone who's been around him, said that he's soft or that he doesn't like competition or that he played in fucking Alabama? Alabama is as pro as you can get in college.
Yep.
It's competition. You're essentially the Patriots of college football.
If Alabama played a league team, they'd probably beat the Browns.
They'd probably beat the Bucks right now. But it
Probably.
just I this whole thing where it's like people, and then later on at one point he said that that Joe Judge wants Bailey Zappe, even though Joe Judge was quoted yesterday saying how happy he was that Mac Jones took the trip to Cleveland, that he's a positive influence on the team, that they don't want to just leave him out. They want to bring him in. They want to keep him in the loop, in the know. What are we even talking about here? It's like all these Patriots reporters and fans, but right now we're talking about the reporters. They want Mac Jones to fail so bad. And I don't know why. Is it because he came from Alabama, Nick Saban, Belichick's buddy? So it just, he did well and then he didn't do well. So now they found something to jump on him with. And now
I'm sure it's a
cool
congregation
story
of a bunch of different reasons. One, he's following up Tom Brady. So everyone knows that he cannot live up to the shoes that Tom Brady filled. Realistically, if I'm putting money on it, I am betting that Mac Jones doesn't win 7 Super Bowls. I'm going to put all my money on that because that just doesn't
need
happen.
to either.
Yes. And I also think, like we said earlier, you said it actually, everyone thought the Patriots were over. Tom Brady leaves. They're fucked. What are they going to do? And now they just really want to hold on to that. Like, come on, the Patriots have to be bad. They have to be bad. Come on, like, give us a 5-win season.
Just like that. Like that.
Like, they're scratching, clawing, begging. Please be bad, Bill. Please, we don't like you. You're not nice to the media. We want to be able to go, this was Tom Brady. Tom Brady's handsome. He gets plastic surgery. He gets younger with each year. He's so good at football and apparently an incredible family man. That's the guy you want to prop up. And Bill, who's successfully married for a long time and makes no stirs in the media, doesn't try and push his own merch, just goes out there, coaches, doesn't want to talk to the press. All he cares about is football. That's the guy you want to drag down. He is not a fun figure to talk about, not a fun figure to talk to if you're the media. I totally get it. If I was a media man, like a reporter, and I had to question Bill Belichick every Sunday, yeah, like if that's a fucking term, if I was a reporter, anything, and I had to question Bill every Sunday, I'd be fucking miserable. I would stay up late nights drinking myself into sadness, knowing that I have to talk to Bill the next day. Like, what am I going to ask him? Because I have to think of something that's not stupid, because he's going to light me on fire if it is stupid. And like, if I overcomplicate it, he's just going to give me a 1-word answer. I don't know what to do here. There's no winning. So Bill is not a darling in the media world. Greg Popovich is the same way in the NBA. He just berates the media because it's not a part of winning. It is there to make money. The media is there to prop to the fans. So radio shows sell and the fans can feel like they're involved. It has nothing to do with winning. The more press conferences you do translates nothing to football field production. So Bill doesn't give a fuck about it. And that means that sheds negatively on his image in the media. It is all so ridiculous. And Mac Jones is just collateral damage to this. If they drafted Justin Fields, he'd get the same treatment. If they drafted, if Aaron Rodgers was in this last draft and they drafted Aaron Rodgers and he was out there balling, they would still have criticisms of him. It's just so ridiculous. It's a lose-lose for Mac Jones. Like, he can go out there and kill it. We can win the Super Bowl this year. We can win it in 2 years. We can win it in 3 years. It still won't be enough.
No, it won't, because there's still going to be something. It's going to be like, yeah, he won, but they won because of the defense, or yeah, they won, but it's always.
What about that terrible interception, the AFC conference game? Like, shut up.
Exactly. And that's why I can't even, they're making it in some of the fans, but again, we're talking just more about media right now. They're making this little run the Patriots are on right now, the little Zappe run. It's so bittersweet, because when they win, you want to come in and be like, this team is so good or built so well that we're winning with a rookie backup quarterback who doesn't look like a rookie backup quarterback. But we can't, because every time it happens, I know the second the game's over, it's going to be, should Mac Jones be worried about his job? Or like, oh, did you see the new thing is Zappe throws? I don't know if he has a better arm or he just throws a better ball. What the fuck does that even mean? He just throws a better ball. Let's just make one thing very clear. Mac Jones is better than Bailey Zappe. There is nothing that Bailey Zappe does that is better than Mac Jones. And that is not to criticize. And that's where I fucking hate this. They are making us, I don't want to criticize Bailey Zappe.
I just thought of something. I think it was 2012. The Patriots played the Packers. Aaron Rodgers was out, and I think he was a rookie at the time, but maybe a second-year guy. Matt Flynn comes in and throws 7 touchdowns against the Patriots. No one thought Matt Flynn was better than Aaron Rodgers. Everyone was like, I can't believe he did that. That was crazy. That was awesome. Good for him. Aaron Rodgers came back like 2 games later. No one better than I. No one questioned it. Because he is the starter. He's infinitely better than Matt Flynn, and it showed in his career. This is just, instead of 1 game with 7 touchdowns, Bailey Zappe's putting together 3 or 4 with extremely good efficiency, not turning the ball over, and, doing what you should do to win a football game.
Yeah, he's doing well. That's the thing. Like, neither one of us have any sort of crazy criticism for it. It's just, I hate that we have to say like this is still Mac Jones's team. And don't get me wrong, Mac Jones isn't infallible. If he comes back, assuming he comes back against the Bears, because I guess word out of Foxborough is that he's about 85% right now, Mac Jones is. Say he comes back, he stinks it up against the Bears, he loses to the Jets. Okay, then guess what? Put Zappe. Then if you want to have that conversation, I'll have it then. Right now, you're acting like, not you, everybody is acting like Zappe is.
I'm acting perfectly.
Perfect example. The Dallas Cowboys, your favorite team. Cooper Rush comes in, goes on a crazy run. What, 4-1? I think 5-0. Fuck, actually no, because they lost against the Eagles. 4-1.
He was 5-0. He was 5-0 going into the Eagles.
He was 5-0 going against the Eagles game. Doing well, kicking ass. Same exact fucking conversation. Cooper Rush, Dak Prescott, does he have to come back? Should he rush back? Should the Cowboys trade him? Like, what is going on? What happened? You ride the hot hand for as long as you can. Dak Prescott, for all intents and purposes, everything that came out, he was healthy enough to play against the Eagles. Jerry Jones said, nah, and what happened? They lost to the Cowboys. Guess who's starting next week? Dak Prescott. You ride the hot hand for as long as you have to. Do not tempt fate and do it more than you have to. Because at the end of the day, there is a reason Cooper Rush is a backup. There is a reason Zappe wasn't drafted by any other team until the 4th round by the Patriots. You don't tempt the football gods. You don't tempt fate. Things are working right now. When Mac Jones is healthy, put him in, because guess what else is going to happen? If you don't put him in, if you keep Zappe, say you're like, no. Like, the team, the vibes are good. That's what everybody says. The fucking vibes are good. The team looks like they're having fun. Cool. So we'll keep Zappe in. Mac Jones is healthy. What do you think that's going to do to that kid's confidence? He's not a mentally soft player, but he's human. He's healthy. He's ready to do his job. His confidence is going to take a hit. His security on the team might take a little hit, internally and everything. Zappe plays 2 games, he stinks it up. You take him out, you put Mac Jones in. Mac Jones starts to play, but in the back of his head, he's going to be thinking, well, shit, if they don't have confidence in me, if Bill Belichick doesn't have confidence in me, he knows a shit ton more than I do. So why should I think? You're going to stunt the kid's fucking growth. If he's healthy, put him in. If he stinks and sucks it up, then fucking take him out and put Zappe. I'm fine with it then. He would have to really suck for that.
He'd have to be for multiple games.
Really bad. Like 3 straight losses.
Yeah, 3 straight losses, multiple picks in those games where it's his fault.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, if Mac Jones comes back, this should do to Mac Jones what Jimmy G did to Tom Brady, where this should light a fire in Mac. Not that the fire is even out, and it's so fucking annoying. We even have to talk about this.
It's more wood in the fire.
More kindling, is getting tossed on to Mac Jones's fire. He should come in and just clean up the mistakes, because if he doesn't throw that that pick in game X, pick a game, because he's throwing a pick in every game.
Yep.
If he doesn't throw a pick, the Patriots win. Like,
yeah,
it's
true.
He needs to clean it up. Don't get me wrong. He hasn't been perfect this year. He's been
I like the
average for a
interceptions, and I
lot.
will stand by that. I like the interceptions.
And
Throw
especially
'em.
that first one to
Throw
Devontae
'em.
Parker.
Yeah.
Chuck it up. But guess what? If you throw that now, I fucking guarantee you Devontae Parker brings it down, because he's got his swagger back now.
Yes.
So
Also, in that game, he had like 156 yards. At that point, fucking throw him everything. I'd be like, dude, you're balling. You got 156. You get the Tyreek Hill treatment. You're getting this pass and that pass and that pass.
There are just plays and things that Mac Jones can do. There was like a 3-tweet thread that I sent over to you. Then there was that one where the linebackers in the middle of the field, Mac Jones holds him to the right, throws a bullet down that arm strength. Fuck you. He has fine arm strength. Throws it right down the middle. I think it was to Bourne, if I remember, or maybe it was Nelly, one of the two. But those are things that Bailey Zappe isn't going to do. And it's not a criticism of Zappe. Zappe is a fucking rookie. Yep. He's not going to be able to do these things. Mac Jones can win you games. He's dropping things in buckets when he's not throwing picks.
Yes.
Or being a dickhead with the ball. But guess what? Those are things that I guess another thing coming out around Tommy Curran, another writer for the Patriots, who notoriously was against Mac Jones, but I don't know what he learned from the team or something. But he was saying that the vibes around the team is that they kind of feel for Mac Jones for his struggles at the beginning of the year, because they know that it wasn't all on him.
Yeah.
Which it wasn't. That's kind of what we were saying.
Like Hunter Henry's now balling out, and like it's a new system. I don't know if that's entirely because of the system that Hunter Henry took this long to get going. Jonnu Smith took this long for a big play. Smith still hasn't scored as a Patriot, waiting on that. But my point is, it's all he has to. He has to. But I digress. This is just building. And Mac Jones in the beginning, working through a new system, new offensive coordinator and whatnot. I hate to make excuses for the guy, because I think you should go out there and ball regardless. Yep. I don't think he was bad. I really don't. Like, yes, he threw a pick in every game. Yeah. Yeah. And I told you, we were texting about this. Peyton Manning's first year in the league, they fucking sucked. They had one of the top picks in the draft. I think they had the second overall pick and ended up getting Edgar and James. But Peyton Manning led the league in picks, won them like 2 games. And how did Peyton Manning's career turn out? Turned out pretty fucking good. And I think in his second year too, he also sucked in his second year too. And people were like very hesitant on Peyton Manning and how that was going to work out. Well, he won 5 regular season MVPs, 2 Super Bowls. One of them was kind of fraudulent, but 2 Super Bowls, went to 3. He did pretty fucking okay for himself.
He did pretty well. That I still have the utmost shit takes time, people. Like you have to understand. Like if you look at this in God,
not everything's an Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady situation where they come in and instantly kill it. And Tom Brady didn't even instantly kill it. Aaron Rodgers truly came in and forced Brett Favre out the door. Yeah. They were like, this kid's so good that we have to get rid of Brett Favre, and Packers fans still wanted Favre.
Yeah. Drew Brees, he sucked for a while. Maybe not sucked, but he was like an average, whatever. Then he goes to the Saints and he's balling out. Like, shit takes to I hate that we have to even talk about this. Shouldn't be a conversation. The conversation should be shit, Mac Jones is out. Oh no, Bailey Zappe comes in. Holy shit, we might have found, like a credible backup, or maybe something that we can trade for a piece later on, a couple of years down the line, or God forbid something happens to Mac, Zappe can jump in again. This is an awesome story. Zappe's holding us afloat. Mac Jones is going to come back, take the reins again, and kind of, lead us to the promised land, lead us to another playoff spot, his second in 2 years of starting. But no, what is it? Zappe does well. Oh my God, take out Mac Jones. He sucks. Oh, look at, I mean, he's doing the gritty. He's too confident. He needs to be humbled. God, I heard one thing they were talking about on 98.5 where why did Mac Jones dress and go to Cleveland? I forget which one of them it was, but they said, oh, well, maybe this was Bill sending the message like, hey kid, maybe you should hang around, Zappe right now and see what's going on. Like, are you ready? I'm going to dress you, like punishing him in some way. These fucking people. Think of all these
looking
things.
way too much into it.
Way too much. The crazy part is there are plenty of storylines that you can talk about with this team. Plenty of things. The defense, Judon killing it. Stevenson showing up. If you want to talk about controversy, is Stevenson going to take the throne from Damian Harris?
Yes. Yeah.
That is the controversy I want to talk about. But
the controversy, we could talk about that. We could talk about the fact that our tight ends just showed up now in week 5. We can talk about how like we said earlier, our corners were supposed to be extremely suspect and they're killing it. Talk about anything.
Why not? But no. Can't talk about that because then you'd have to give Belichick credit.
Talk about Isaiah Wynn and how he should be, beat up by a gaggle of silverback apes.
I would love to. They would. Oh God, I would rather have a gorilla there than him, because the gorilla would. I would
rather artificially inseminate a child from Trent Brown and wait 25 years for it to grow old and be our right tackle, and I would go those 25 years without a tackle until this kid could grow up and become the Patriots tackle, because he's just fucking terrible.
That's kind of crazy, but I'm with you. I don't care what the option is.
I will go 18 years without a tackle.
Put me there. Me and you. We'll switch out every play.
Fire me up. Yep. It'll be terrible,
at the very
but
least,
we'll try.
I'll get in the way. I'll grab Brian Burns. I'll grab his ankles.
Yeah. I'll say some fucked up shit that at least gives them a puzzle for a second before they go and kill the quarterback.
Yeah. Wait, what the fuck did you say?
I will sacrifice my body for Mac Jones.
I hate him, but this QB controversy thing needs to end. I hope Mac Jones comes back this week, which I guess signs are pointing to him doing. They didn't practice today. Games 80%. On Monday, so they're going to practice on Thursday. Wait, no, tomorrow will be Thursday, so they'll be practicing tomorrow, which is when this will come out. So Thursday is when they'll be practicing. I'm hoping he's a full participant, or at least limited. He looks better, because I need this to be over. I need Mac Jones to come in. I want to move forward with this team. Watching the games, I like it, but I still miss Mac Jones because there's plays that he could be making.
It's a shame because we should be able to kick back and enjoy the Bailey Zappe saga, but we can't.
Oh, we should, man. It's so fun, dude, seeing him go out there, because he's he shouldn't have to deal with this. No. He's another fucking goober looking guy, just like Mac Jones, and what a fucking story for him.
Yeah.
4th rounder.
But all we can think about is give me Mac Jones, because I'm tired of hearing this stupid shit.
And I hate it. I hope the only thing I hope is that Mac Jones doesn't listen to these idiots, because I don't want the media to run this kid out of town.
Yeah.
That's the worst. That I don't want that to happen. But I don't think it will. I hope Mac Jones starts Monday. Bailey Zappe, thank you. Love you. You earned yourself a spot on the team. You should be the backup, not Brian Hoyer. And nothing against Brian Hoyer. It's just Zappe. You're the guy. You are the backup. Love it. But Mac Jones, we trust it. People just even look back to the Ravens game this year. Just go watch his highlights. He's very, very good. He's very, very good. Just let him come back and show you, and then we'll go from there. It's that simple. But speaking of Monday, Bears, primetime, Monday Night Football. Hopefully Mac Jones is back. Liam, what do you think? Who do you think is going to win? Who's your game breaker?
Pats, baby. We're in the midst of a 7-game win streak. Might even be 8 at this point. The Pats are winning. There's no doubt in my mind. Justin Fields looks terrible. Yep. Justin Fields looks terrible. Mm-hmm. Bill eats up young quarterbacks, just like I said he's going to eat up his former quarterback. He's going to eat up this poor fucking kid.
Oh, I can't wait.
He's thrown the ball significantly less than every other quarterback in the league. He's in a lot of trouble. He's only thrown it, I think. Keep doing your thing. I'm going to look it up. Justin overall,
Fields.
I think the Patriots are going to win. No doubt about it. It's a no-brainer in my eyes. My game breaker, who did I pick last week? I know it was like a controversial one. Like it was a weird one.
You picked what's his name? McMillan, didn't you?
Yes.
Raekwon,
who
actually had a good game.
He did
a
okay.
decent game. Yeah, nothing crazy, but he showed a decent game. Yep.
Yeah, so not bad. For this one, is Damian Harris back?
I don't know yet. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I know he's still questionable. I looked it up yesterday, I think it was. For this one, I'm going to put an asterisk on this because I hope he's back. and if he is, he's my game breaker. That would be Ty Montgomery.
Ooh.
I like the fact that he's back. We need a receiving back to take the pressure off from Andre. He can do it more than fine. He is exceptional at catching the ball. But save your energy for running between the tackles. He's clearly, that's where he's best. I am excited to see our James White light version come back because I liked him in week 1. The only fucking touchdown we scored in week 1 was him ass sliding into the end zone. I like it. I think he's going to prove way more worth than I even thought he was going to. So with an asterisk, mine is Ty Montgomery.
Ty Montgomery. I like that one. I like that one. So just so we're all aware, where is he? What's his name? Justin Fields. He has 60. Mac Jones has played 3 games this year, correct? I think 3 games, right? Because he won one. Yeah. He has 64 pass attempts. Justin Fields has 63 pass attempts this year.
In 5 games.
Kenny Pickett, who hasn't played a whole season, has 55. Bailey Zappe has 51 pass attempts.
He has 10 less than Justin Fields, and he's played 3 games. Oh no, he's played 2 games.
Are you fucking kidding me? So
that's so bad.
The other little added thing here, and Belichick gets off on this shit. Everybody thought the Patriots were going to take Justin Fields. Yeah. Everybody thought it. It was out there. They took Mac Jones. Everybody criticized him. Why didn't you take Fields? Blah, blah, blah. Belichick knows that. He's going to make Justin Fields look like a clown.
Terrible. It's going to be bad.
Clown. And don't get me wrong, Fields might still run for something here and there. He's still a fast little fucker. So he might still do his thing.
He's athletic. I love Justin Fields. He's just on a poor team. And they're not putting him in a spot to succeed. No,
what he reminds me of is Jalen Hurts early on in his career with the Eagles, how they weren't putting him in a position. But I don't think he's as good as Jalen Hurts.
No one's as good as Jalen Hurts.
Similar. Eagles are only undefeated team, so I can't talk shit. But
right.
There is no. Please don't do that. There is no. That was a horrible Eagle. I don't know. Like
give me a better one. Hold on.
It was like an eagle that had a sore throat. Oh my God. That's the ugliest thing I've seen in a long time. That's uglier than Isaiah Wynn trying to block.
I don't know about that. Let's not get crazy.
That was too much. I'm sorry. That was mean.
Yeah.
To you, that was mean to you. There's no way the Bears are beating the Patriots. The only way they do is if I don't know.
If like everyone dies in a plane crash on the way over there, not even because they're not even getting on a plane. It's at home. So
if like Isaiah Wynn plays every position, I don't know how. And even then, I still think that they beat them. Like there's
just off penalty yardage alone.
there's no way. There's just no way it's going to happen. My game breaker is another similar one if he plays, because yours was Ty Montgomery, right?
Yep.
My game breaker, if he plays, is the one, the only Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones, I'm calling it now, 3 touchdowns, right around just over 300 yards if he plays.
3 picks.
Again, if he plays, 0 picks. This is going to be the game for him, I think, if he comes in. The Bears are not good. The Bears remind me of the Ravens.
They are who we thought they were.
And they're shit. People think of the Bears like they think of the Ravens. We're like, oh no, they have like a great defense. No, they don't. They do not. The Bears do not have a good defense. They don't have Khalil. They have nobody. They have what's his name on the line that you mentioned earlier? I forget his name, Quinn or whatever.
Robert Quinn.
That's it. The Bears are not beating the Patriots. The Patriots are winning. I don't know what the score is. I do not care what the score is. If Mac Jones plays, he is my game breaker.
Lopsided.
It might be similar to this Browns game, to be honest. I think it's going to be something that's kind of close where like, me and you, we're texting. We're like, dude, this is,
I can see like an 18-9 kind of score, something stupid like that.
It's going to be something. Yeah. I don't know. The Browns might not score a touchdown. I could see that. Judon, Judon needs to get his head out of his ass. He didn't get a sack last game.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up. He
Falling
gets
off?
a sack in every game and
What
then
the hell?
doesn't get one in the last game. It's preposterous.
That's fine.
I
He'll
will
get two.
not. I will not stand for that dip and play. He needs to this upcoming game.
Oh yeah. Otherwise, I think we have a defensive end controversy. Do you sit
I
him?
think we do. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
Sure
know.
seems like it. We might need to get I don't know who's
Anyone.
the backup. Langley,
Isaiah Wynn.
Is Langley
But
still
Isaiah
on the
Wynn.
team? Isaiah Wynn.
Isaiah
Wynn.
But yeah, there's no way the Bears are winning. I think this is going to be your third win amidst your 7-game winning streak, bringing you all the way to the Bills game. That's going to be the next big game. Is the Bills game in the red uniforms at home? Yep. Let's fucking go.
Guaranteed win.
But yeah, Patriots are winning. Mac Jones is my guy if he plays. If he doesn't play, then I just don't have a game breaker for this one. Same thing with you with Ty Montgomery. So hopefully they both play. The Patriots do have 2 spots on their roster right now. So you got to assume Ty Montgomery is taking one of those spots.
Yeah.
You got to assume it. So
most definitely.
I like it. Maybe a touchdown from Mac Jones to Ty Montgomery. Who fucking knows? That'd be sweet.
That'd be a win-win for both of us.
That'd be a win-win. But at the end of the day, the only win that matters is going to be the Patriots beating the Bears, going to 4-3, over 500 for the first time in the year. Hopefully the Jets fucking lose. Hopefully aren't the Dolphins are playing the Packers? Are playing the Steelers.
Yeah. So that'll be shitty all the way around. Hopefully
that's going to be bad. And honestly, whoever loses that game helps us. So I don't really care, but it does not matter. Patriots are winning 4-3, beating the Bears. Let's go. Thank you, Bailey Zappe. But it's Mac Jones time now.
Amen.
Fuck you, Ben Boland. There's no QB controversy. Son of a bitch. Other than that, this was Tuck Rule Takes. That's Liam McDade. I'm Mike Sullivan. Larry Izzo episode next week. Big number episode 54. Big number episode next week.
Big time. Things to look forward to.
And then again, just like this week, we're going to be coming off a win, guys. Other than that, we are out. Say your prayers. Eat your vitamins. Fuck Tom Brady.
Isaiah Wynn. I want you in Saudi Arabia getting stoned to death. I want people to throw rocks at you until you're dead. Abdul, get the rocks. Get the rocks, Abdul.
Little ones, not even really big ones, because I want it to like last. I'm gonna write fan fiction of killing Isaiah. I gotta stop because otherwise Apple's gonna flag this and be like, you guys talked about killing too much. So Tuck Rule Takes episode 53. We are out.
Sweet beat.
Sweet beat.